Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 298 of the Red Force Podcast. My name is Talado today, Christian Talado, talking about Jojo.
Eric, we're at 298. 2 more episodes, it's the big 300.
We'll have another chapter.
We will have a chapter. Eric, is there any plans for episode 300? Are we doing anything?
No plans at the moment.
Are we announcing anything? Are we doing anything?
Maybe we'll try and cook some, maybe we won't, who knows.
Now, of course, we did the illegal chapter last week, so now we don't have a chapter.
And there's a
break, so we don't have a chapter again. So
Araki's helping us out this week.
Next week we're on our own. Will we go back to the original idea? To the Rate the Drip episode. Rate the Form, Eric. Hilarity will ensure, Eric, when we get that Naruto form that we roast for 20 minutes. Alright? You know what would be a good episode? I don't know why you vetoed it.
We're gonna gather material, we're gonna show it on
That's
screen.
Right. Surely it's not that hard to get some JPEGs and put them on the screen. Alright?
Let me think about it.
What do you mean let you think about it? You just capture the folder or the application you view photos in. And then you click the
button.
button.
What kind of forms are you talking about?
Transformations.
Gear 5, Gear 2.
We're talking about Super Saiyan.
King of Hell Zoro.
We're talking about all the forms, Eric.
Super Saiyan 3 the best one. How are we gonna do this? 5 stars, 10 out of 10?
Whatever, we'll work out the rating system later. Alright? But that's probably next week. This week, one piece of anime. We're an off week. It's an off week this week.
Budget's dead.
The budget's dead.
In the mud. Camera's fucking up.
Eric, it's always laggy. Eric's home. Eric needs to pay for that better internet. What's going on there? But One Piece anime. They didn't do the lighting scene justice, but I will imagine they'll reanimate it next.
Clip show next week.
Clip show next week. We're buying time. We're gonna buy time for the Bajran gun for the final gear.
Christian, you told me they had to stretch the talent. They had to do 6 episodes in a row of peak.
Jinbei. Alright, Jinbei came in this week. There's a lot of recap this week also. Plus the ending. You actually only really got 12 minutes of content. And
content wasn't great.
It was alright. Like if you get the clip, you stick it into the Gear 5 supercut, it'll fit. It's not horrendous.
Okay.
Alright? I wouldn't say it's okay.
Maybe the clip show will be worth watching this week because it's the whole fight condensed.
That's right.
So maybe they pick the best scenes.
Bartolomeo narrating, but there you go.
Crazy.
Now we've got 2 chapters of Jojo to go through. This whole cat scenario.
Cat fight.
Yeah.
Araki's cooking something. Maybe Christian can explain it for us.
I'll explain it. I've broken it down. I've analysed the situation. Classic Araki nonsense right here.
Right.
Right, let's get into it.
Usagi does some shit, as we predicted.
The Jojo Lands, Chapter 6. We start with Eric. Jodia has some inner thoughts, Eric. He is on the path to become a better man. He understands that he's a piece of shit. He understands that he runs with thieves. He understands all this.
Right.
But he's just doing it right now because that's his path right now. So Eric, this is why he's a sociopath. He understands he's a garbage man, but he's like, I don't really give a fuck.
But yet he does it for his mother.
Not really. She's not destitute. She's just... He claims he does it for his mother. He knows he's a piece of shit. But he's like, I'm on the path to become a better man.
To become the Jojo.
That's right. Alright? He is aware that he's doing bad things, Eric. But Eric, of course, it's fun to do bad things with your friends. Alright? As that famous internet clip says.
Lunarian or something.
Whatever his name is.
Latarius. Something like that.
Some crazy name.
Yeah.
Right? He is confused as to why Rohan left him the lava rock in his care. He doesn't truly know why he has to look after a rock, and what is importance, what does it mean by looking after it, are people after it, what's going on with this rock. Alright? The gang is running around the jungle. Usagi starts with the classic Araki animal facts. He's talking about the native species of bird, of plant, of fauna. He's going into details there. Classic Araki.
Deep animal details, facts.
Classic Araki, alright? The diamond is on the ground again. Everyone shocked and confused. Again? What's going on?
Someone pick it up.
Parko had it zipped up in his backpack, but it still fell out. Very confusing.
Slippery diamond.
Very slippery diamond, Eric. The drawing of Pink Dark Boy also fell out of Usagi's bag, alright? The gang works out that valuable items are drawn to the lava rock. This is the first mechanism, Eric,
Right.
of the lava rock, right? Some might say, Eric, this is gravity, right here.
Sure. Why is it falling out of the bag though?
Eric, obviously it's manipulating fate / will / all sorts of things, right?
You're not worthy of the diamond, therefore you don't have the diamond.
It's not about the diamond, Eric. It's about the lava rock drawing valuable items towards it. Alright?
Who's got the lava rock? Jojo.
Jojo.
Where's the diamond in the bag?
In the bag, in Parker's bag.
Somehow it just falls out.
Exactly. Like we're talking about fate manipulation. We're talking about causality manipulation.
Mechanisms.
We're talking about mechanisms, Eric. This is why this lava rock is very important.
Right.
Alright? It's got some special properties. Alright? Jigoro thinks that Jojo picked up the diamond with the lava rock, and we'll see what happens, Eric. Will it stop being dropped? But as soon as Jojo goes to test out this theory, he is tripped by a wire.
Cats are back.
The cats. We saw the cats in chapter 5, right? They're back here. He's flung into the air and he starts, hanging from the tree. Classic maneuver, right? He drops all these items. He drops the lava rock. He drops the diamond, right? Jojo notices the cat. Usagi tells him it's a stand, and he seems to be very knowledgeable about stands, Eric.
Right.
Usagi, very knowledgeable, very informed. And so they adds to suspicion.
He knows a lot.
He knows a lot about stands.
Knows a lot about animals.
How does he know so much about stands? He knows the official name. He knows how they work. He knows how they spawn. He knows everything. How does he know so much about stands? No one else did, Eric. You'll find all the other characters know very little about
Just
stands.
kind of winging it.
They're just kind of winging it. They know they have abilities, but they're not too sure how they work. Stands, very knowledgeable about one, his own stand and how it works.
How is the stands?
And two, how to use them.
How are stands in this universe? Are they just
Stands
acknowledged?
are
Is there books?
No.
Is there knowledges?
Kind of. Stands are gifts from the earth, Eric, in this universe. Gifts from the earth. That's why Native Americans, what's his name? In part 7, has one. This is why the Devil's Palm gives out,
Certain landmarks.
stands. They're gifts from the earth. Natural energy, Eric.
Sandman.
Natural energy.
What?
Mechanisms. The spin, Eric. Mechanisms. How these mechanisms interact and draw each other close together. This is what we're talking about. Alright? So mechanisms, stands, they're all related.
Now I remember you saying Heaven's Door makes Jordeo and Dragona, right? Not
That's what I thought it was.
But it's the lava rock drawing.
But it's a lava rock, Eric. I assumed that Rohan Kishibe wrote in, you must always drop the diamond as a precautionary measure.
Right.
We had no idea about the lava rock, Eric. But now we do know about the lava rock. Which clearly has to do with rock human law. Alright? It's too coincidental that we're talking about rocks and geology and we got the rock humans, Eric. So it's gonna have to do with the rock humans.
Okay.
Will we get to see the stone mask in this universe?
Will Dio return?
Many questions. The gang works out the valuable items trick. Jodio hanging in the middle of the air. Usagi, he's very observant and he's very knowledgeable. He automatically assumes that cats are hunting. They have intelligence. They have a greater intelligence than just regular cats, Eric. They're hunting. They're using tactics. There's not just a random attack.
Do you think he's so lax and odd because he's so confident in his abilities?
This man stand is a King Crimson reference.
Right. It also sucks.
Coincidentally, it sucks, Eric, until Usagi says, I was capping the whole time, but it actually doesn't suck, and I'm the villain.
Right.
Right?
Who knows?
Don't trust this
Maybe
man.
a little forehead chicken appears.
Exactly, Eric. And then he says, King Crimson, and then deletes time.
Deletes Dragona.
There's gonna be some crazy shit, alright? Don't trust Usagi. Don't trust him. Alright? Even though he came back, don't trust him, Eric. We're getting attacked by the cats. Dragona goes to help Jojo, but is caught by the wires. Gets stitched up.
Right.
She starts to fall. She falls back into Parko, and they both get stitched together. In all the chaos, Usagi runs off with all the valuable items and jumps in the car. Everyone thinks he ditched.
Right.
This motherfucker, we knew we couldn't trust him.
Too early for the
He's on crack. We can't trust him.
Right.
He's just still on crack.
Sure.
Alright? But there you go. They're still stuck in the tree. We're trapped. Jojo uses his rain to blast off the strings on Parko and Dragona. They're still stuck together. We're hanging from the trees. We see the three cats attack them. End of the chapter.
Basic chapter.
Basic chapter setup chapter. We're starting in the middle of the fight.
Right.
Next chapter. We get the official color scheme of the crew, Eric. And of course, we knew Usagi had to be green. Mr. Tingle.
Classic.
It's confirmed.
Right.
Although Classic Araki changes his mind on the colors on every cover page.
Okay.
So the official coloring, who the fuck knows? Basically, the anime confirms the official coloring, because Araki just changes it every 2 seconds.
Okay.
Alright. I imagine this man is a blonde man, but apparently no, he's a redhead. But that also might be a contrast thing, / scan, quality.
Who knows?
It might be more blonde, whatever. Alright. Parko and Dragona are getting attacked by more strings, Eric. Jojo is convinced that the cats have nothing to do with Rohan, and that Rohan has been followed from the start, Eric. Someone's after Rohan.
Oh.
Someone's after the diamond, someone's after the rocks. Alright. Jojo's rain didn't get rid of the internal strings, just the outside strings, so they're still stuck together. Alright. The whole, Eric, this fight reminds me of how weak these stands are. Because if we had Star Platinum here, this would not be an issue.
These cats are dead.
These cats are instantly dead.
Right.
Zaweldu, one aura.
There's even the real physical damage.
There's even having a physical stand here.
Right.
Wouldn't even be a problem.
They're down bad.
We got.
Will they get evolutions?
We've got extremely weak stands here.
Will they get evolutions?
We're talking D/C tier stands.
Poor stands.
Parko's stand is a D tier stand.
It's not good.
The muscle, it's very situational / very close.
Will Araki pull some shit out where he manipulates his muscle fibers and has infinite strength?
Probably.
Right. That's later.
That's later in the stage. Will he vibrate so violently that he can pass through any object?
That's possible.
Alright.
Do you think we're getting evolutions in this?
Normally the evolution stands are called acts, like Act 1. Like Eric, Tusk, Act 1.
The Vertebrate can't stand like this. Surely.
It has no physical attack. It's just got the rain.
It's limited by downward angles as well.
Yeah. It's very limited. It's a very weak. It's a weak stand. We need a buff. Jojo needs to get the spin.
The spin will help tremendously.
The spin will be insane.
He'll be spinning the rain. He'll be doing crazy shit.
Alright, let's hope he gets some sort of spin action. Let's hope gyros.
Maybe he reads a book about a certain family that were
Zeppity, Eric.
that were executioners in Italy.
That's right.
For some reason.
Even for Eric. The Vatican's execution.
Then there's a kid that he doesn't want to kill.
Eric, it's a very sad backstory, alright? Gyro's backstory,
right?
Alright? There you go. So, when we're in this predicament, Eric, that would have been solved by a regular stand.
Right.
Easily. You put Bruno in this situation, instantly solved. You just go through a portal. / punch it. We have no punching stands, Eric.
Slash
There has
damage the
been
tree.
0 punching stands in this part yet. 0. I think part 8 went a little too crazy with the stands, Eric. We're getting fucking crazy OP stands. We're talking about metaphysics. We're talking about craziness.
Right.
I think Araki wants to pull back and do more tactical, smaller scale fights to increase the tension instead of these crazy abilities that are very abstract and very, science and physics based. Let's pull it back. Let's do some simple abilities, some simple stands.
The Room Moraine isn't really. It's okay. We're still early days. I imagine we'll get some stuff.
What is this fight? This is like the second fight. Because the Rohan fight is the first fight.
I guess it was kind of just find the cat again.
So we're kind of in this. I think after this fight, we're gonna get to the airport and we're gonna have a real fight. So who's the mystery man?
The cat master.
Who's the cat master, Eric? And we'll get to the cats in a minute.
Right.
Alright. So the wires slice all the saplings and shock Parker and Dragon. A little test, a little show of power, Eric here. Or I can just show them what these things can do. The branch Jojo is hanging from is too high, so his stand can't reach. He thinks to himself, there's no way these cats worked out my stand's reach while watching me in Rohan's house. But did they, Eric? Alright. His reach is 7 meters directly below him. That's how his stand works. We're getting some crucial details on how his stand works. Alright. So Jojo's swinging around, he can't reach the branch, he's stuck. His range is 7 meters. Parker uses his muscles to crawl up the tree to get closer to Jojo to cut him down. Alright? He still can't reach him and asks Jojo to get closer by shuffling around.
Right.
But there's a cat on the tree looking. We get to see how these strings, these wires,
from the fur.
They spring out from the fur.
Right.
Eric, I'm telling you right now, these cats are rock animals. Eric, if you read part 8, you would understand what rock animals are.
I understand the gist.
They're animals that have the DNA of rocks and
What's these back?
maybe Eric.
Oh.
And they have very unique abilities, almost stand-like abilities, but not stands.
Okay.
Because they're so close to the earth, I assume. And that's the explanation.
And there's some kind of
They're creatures of the earth.
And there's some kind of cat rock master somewhere.
Perhaps.
Tamer.
Of course, we have rock animals, we have rock insects, we have rock humans. Right? I'm
What
gonna
about
shoot.
rock fish?
Maybe, Eric.
Rock
We
birds?
might find them.
Okay.
We might find them in this part. Well, there's rock animals, that covers a lot of categories.
Sure.
Right? So I'm going to assume that these are rock creatures going after the mystical lava rock. And we're gonna get the real details.
They're drawn. The rock animals are drawn to the lava stone just like the diamond is.
Sure. They want that lava rock. Jojo thinks someone's been following Rohan throughout the entire time.
Right.
Of course, Rohan also says, I will leave you with this in safekeeping, Eric. Therefore, someone's coming after Rohan. So, it has to be rock human stuff. We're going to get more rock human lore. We're going to actually know what the fuck they are, / how they actually work.
Or will we though?
I think we got a lot in part 8, but not the whole kind of thing.
Okay.
But rock humans, they live for a long time, they can hibernate, they're close to the earth and Mother Nature. They kind of despise humans because they're not one with nature, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we see a cat. It springs more wires, Eric. But Eric. Jojo swings off the tree and shoots one of the cats with rain. Hitting the cat, knocking it out / killing it, we don't really know.
Right.
Cats get mad. And you get to see cool imagery.
They go in their super mode.
They get mad, they spring that fur everywhere
Right.
and spawn a net that's crushing the trio. They're getting cut
All
up.
hope is lost.
Parko's getting fucked up, his eyes popping out,
Right. Getting cooked.
then cooked by the strings. And then suddenly, a car rammed into the tree, The crack man Usagi has come out of nowhere.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up? I didn't actually bail. He just like pokes out from under the car.
Yeah.
This man is definitely
Sadie.
This man is definitely pink guy from Filthy Frank. There's no way he's not. He's doing meme shit. He's like poking around corners.
Right, he's skittish.
He's skittish.
Right, he's odd.
He's the oddball.
Right.
Alright. Now, apparently Yusugi did not bail, and he had a plan the entire time. He apparently stuffed caviar he stole from Rohan's house, which has value, into the hamburger meat he bought at the airport. And I did go back and confirm that he did have the hamburger burger. I confirmed that.
Okay.
This is not some ass-full Iraqi nonsense. He did indeed have the Aloha burgers on him when he turns up at the airport. Everyone's like, why are you late? And he's drinking a milkshake. Everyone thought he bought crack. He did, but, he also got a burger.
Right.
He considered putting drugs in the burgers, but he wanted to test out this theory, Eric. So he confirmed, has crack on him. Alright? So, he stuffed the caviar in the burger meat, and fed the burger meat to the cats at some stage during this fight.
This is some Iraqi bullshit.
Yeah, I told you it was Iraqi bullshit, alright? He fed the burger meat to the cats at some point during the stage when he ran back to the car and got the meat.
Right.
And fed it to the cats.
And what does the caviar do?
The caviar is expensive.
Right.
Therefore, it is drawn to the lava rock. Because the cats ate it, therefore they have the properties of the expensive caviar. And they're drawn to the lava rock. Yusugi picks up the lava rock, the cats jump towards him. Because they're about to attack Jojo. Right. The cats jump towards him. He asks Dragona to wish for the net. She wishes for the net. The cats get trapped in the net. And we win.
Why?
Iraqi works in mysterious ways, right? We're trying to Eric, he's trying to hype up Usagi as a very incompetent but strange individual. That thinks outside the box. He's an oddball. He thinks outside the box. He does crazy shit. He's a wild man. Alright?
This is the Iraqi fight I don't like, where things that you don't see end up being the solution.
Well, things that you half see.
When did he feed the burger meat to the cat?
That's the issue.
Okay, wait.
That's kind of the weird part. But the car maneuver was good.
We saw that coming, sure.
Also, do you buy these cats are an actual threat?
They're getting fucked
up. They're getting fucked up. But
they need to do something about their stand abilities or something.
No, if
maybe carry a knife with them.
No, if Dragona what is the limitations of
the wish?
Because apparently you have
did they get tangled up, or did they just?
Well, the cats wrapped them around, and then when the car hit the tree, the cats got distracted and then got free.
So the cats are drawn to the rock because they ate the caviar, and the caviar's expensive.
Yes.
When did Yusugi give the meat to the cats? Because the cats.
When he ran, Eric, the two cats that weren't there in the first chapter fight.
But weren't they being followed by the cats already?
But only one cat attacked during the chapter 6.
But there were 2 cats.
One cat attacked during chapter 6, but there were 3 cats.
But, so
Jojo took out one of the cats. The other 2 cats
turned up because of the caviar.
Fed the meat to, and they were laying in wait. Yusugi just walked up to him and fed him some meat with the caviar.
So why did the first one attack? Was it expensive also?
No, the first one attacked because it obviously wants the rock. / Jojo. Because Jojo also says, someone's been following us since we got on this island. So I think there's a cat master, Eric. But the cats were hunting. One attacked.
And the cats the other 2 that ate the caviar would just happen to attack because they were drawn to
Well, they were drawn to the rock regardless. But, the specific ignore commands drawn to the rock was part of Yusugi's plan. Because of the conversation earlier.
Alright.
I told you I'd explain to you. Iraqi nonsense. Alright? But this is what we're here for.
How does this man get away with this kind of stuff?
This is what he does. He hits you with the Iraqi
Is there dialogue, is there discourse on these chapters, Christian?
There's discourse.
What's the conversation?
We're just talking about what the fuck's Yusugi's deal.
And they're trying to do other theory. What's the rock humans?
Of course, rock human will go wild. The rock human.
Are they distracted by Are they distracted by the macro to investigate the micro of how this fight is stupid?
Alright, Jojo is all about the mysteries. Especially in the new universe. It's all about the mysteries.
I remember specifically complaining about this in part 6 when, like, the solution was an invisible string you didn't see. So this is kind of the same thing.
Again, it's like Araki doing, like, unnecessary steps.
It's whatever. This is the I don't like again Araki. You don't have to do a fight to make a point, or do something interesting. We don't need a fight if it's not gonna.
Eric, the whole point of this fight was to test Usagi, and to show that he's weird and strange, but he is loyal. He will come back.
I understand the whole point of that, but like, the fuck.
We also
It's 2 months as well, you know?
This is the pain of the monthly, Eric. This is the pain of the monthly.
If you're not going to do a good fight, don't waste my time with it.
I don't
like
think
the Yusugi.
This really wasn't about the fight.
There could have been another situation where Yusugi bailed. It didn't have to be a fight. It didn't have to be some stupid cat thing again.
Eric, the cats are done. Eric, you can rest easy, the cats are done. We dealt with one of them, and then we dealt with 3 of them. So it's done, alright? The Cat Master will show himself at some point.
I think this is Araki's weakest aspect of what he does.
The trap mystery fights.
The trap stand fights.
Yeah.
That are solved via random circumstance that
like moon logic.
Have no it's like fucking trying to play Group Fandango without a fucking guide.
Yeah. It's just like moon logic sometimes, yeah. I understand that. But I do appreciate.
And he's talking about caviar when he stole the burger meat.
At least it's not feng shui. At least it's not feng shui.
Alright.
Alright?
I guess.
At least it's not Yusugi going on a 10-minute rant about feng shui.
Well, we're interested about Yusugi.
That's right. That's the whole point of this. So 2 chapters of Jojo. The fight's over. We must move on.
I'm going to give this section 6.
I think this section is good for 2 reasons.
It's important in a couple of ways, but it's not like it's pretty.
We're early days, so we're low stakes, Eric. Low stakes. Right? Some cats, nothing too, we're getting damaged, but no limbs are flying off. We're getting like cuts and bruises from these cats.
Right.
Do I like the mechanics of this fight? Somewhat. Except for the Yusugi bag trick nonsense, alright? I like the visuals of the cats with the first burst spinning off them.
Sure.
I enjoy how the cats move and interact with the stands. The outcome wasn't too great, but Eric, it's all about the rock human shit and the mysteries.
I feel like for how much Dragona was like hyped up, she's not very good in combat.
She doesn't have a good stand. She doesn't have a good combat stand.
And she's not really intellectual in combat either. If you're not going to be the most physical fighter, be at least like the most competent fighter. She's kind of just there.
Her stand doesn't really have. She worked it out.
Kind of foiled fucking Ichibei.
No, where's the MC?
Like, what's
Dragona didn't do much. Dragona didn't do much in this fight. I'll give you that. She beat the original string stand. She beat the original.
Yeah, sure.
But her stand isn't really good for this one. She needs an upgrade to it. We need upgrades. Right? It's going to be years before we get upgrades, Eric.
They're young. Maybe they'll figure out new abilities. Just like Jono figured out how to heal people. Maybe they got new stuff. But yeah. We're going okay. We're just getting used to the characters and whatever.
I like this a lot more because of the implications, and we're building the tension on the true villain, Eric. We're saying someone's following us. What's going on? Obviously, there's some sus shit going on here. We thought it was Yusugi. We thought we might think it's the boss. The mystery is the best part about this part so far.
I feel like if maybe this will happen in the next fight or whatever, but I feel like the cops should have been the cops should have been the mystery access, not the cats.
You thought the cops from chapter 1 were going to turn up.
Well, Araki built upon it in like chapter 3 with the fucking female cop.
I do think the cops will be at the airport because Araki.
Right, I imagine the cops will come back around. Maybe they'll deal with them then, or like there'll be a whole thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they get drawn to the rock or something. But doing the cats again wasn't great for me. And if this is going to be a cat master who's got a million cats, we're not going to do it a third time. Sure.
No, we're not going to do it unless some fucking unless like Josuke turns up and hits them all.
Again,
with, like,
it's just
shit.
tough because it's fucking monthly.
Yeah.
And I still don't feel like the content justifies a monthly tag.
Like Araki takes his time with
How do you feel about the
showing everything. Paddling's great.
The swing on the tree was a little bit.
Eric, here's the problem. Araki does such fine work that the scans do not do it justice. It muddies it, it fucking blows it out. Araki does such fine work that it needs to be viewed in glory. But Eric, no glory for the scans. Unfortunate.
Okay.
You know, we gotta wait for the remastered shit for that. Or the volumes.
Christian's reaction to this whole section reminds me of how every time I ask him about Part 8.
What? We got no answers.
Because in Part 8, you'd read a chapter and be like, how was it? You're like, yeah, well, you know, yeah. And then having the whole way through.
You always come back.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Rocky, what are we in? 7 chapters?
7 chapters.
Yeah,
we're barely even scratching the surface.
It feels like it's been. Well, it has. It's been half a year.
Yeah, well,
so,
yeah. So,
you know.
That's what the monthly does.
Oda, never go monthly, please.
No.
Alright.
Moving on. How strong your chains? How strong your shanks, Eric? Every week, we come to the question of how strong your shanks. And every week we answer, Shanks is the strongest, Shanks is the God King. But, there are people out there that still think Carter's the strongest. The man currently getting frauded by Gear 5. There are people out there who think Blackbeard is the strongest. The man who screams on the floor when he gets hit.
He does do that.
There are people out there that think Dragon's the strongest. The man who has done literally nothing. There are even people out there who think Mihawk's the strongest. And, you know, shout out Twitter for that video. Classic video. Mihawk painting his black blade, not a real blade. You know, you've seen it.
Classic.
And worst of them all, people out there who think Hunter's the strongest. Please. Alright? And everyone can bring 100% factual information to the table. This week's evidence is Shanks is so strong. If Dragono would just wish Usagi stand to copy Shanks, every problem would be solved. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. Moving on. Talk with the show.
Pascal. Now,
I don't know what the fuck is going on recently, but the power scalers are annoying. They're out of force.
in what regard? Well, what are we talking about? Talking about One Piece? What are we talking about? Right.
I've seen it everywhere. I don't know what happened, Eric, but these power scalers are out of force. Now, Eric, I'm not talking about, you know, the classic normal power scalers. I'm talking about the pixel scalers,
the mathematics,
people who bring out the calculators, the dumb people, the people that are annoying on Twitter, that don't understand context, that just spam 1 feet to claim the whole entire audience / universe is FTL and
universal damage and all those kind of things.
Yeah, it's insanity and it's annoying. I just want to say one thing about this.
Say it.
We can't cherry pick the one scene / wonky interaction where suddenly every character is FTL when you compare it against every other speed feat, which is nowhere near that. Alright? You gotta pick the consistent feats. Alright? Yeah, authors sometimes don't understand FTL. They don't understand light speed and what true light speed is.
Right.
Because if they did, every planet would be exploded and you wouldn't have a fucking series. Right?
True.
So, for example, like, we've been seeing this Naruto shit on Twitter. Or I don't know where it came from. I don't know who started it. But apparently Naruto is FTL. Because of one bullshit wonky feat in the Final Ninja War where he dodges Madara's quote-unquote light speed attack. Quote-unquote light speed attack.
I've seen it in manga and anime form.
Let me break this down. This move is called a light speed. What's it called?
Finger light.
Something
like that.
But Eric, as we know, in Naruto, there is no light chakra. So how is Madara generating light? It doesn't make sense. It's lightning-based chakra. So it's a lightning-based move. It's not actually light speed. It looks like a laser, therefore it's called that. Now people extrapolate Naruto dodging this laser beam as Naruto is FTL.
By the way, him reacting to it.
Yeah. It's a breath attack.
By the way, Kishi, stop it.
It's lame.
Real lame.
But Eric, this is the key example here, where three things have gone wrong. One, people not understanding the power system of the series, which is lightning-based chakra, not light speed, not light-based chakra, because that doesn't exist. There is some bullshit light dark jutsus, but they never happen and they're weird as fuck. Right. There's no light speed. They've got the Flying Thunder God, which is teleportation, which is summoning jutsu, whatever. You know what it is. One, people misunderstanding how the power system works. Two, taking a wonky, one-time interaction and applying it to the entire universe, making everyone FTL.
Yes.
Three, discounting various evidence to suggest the counter where characters are indeed not FTL, such as getting hit by taijutsus.
On the regular.
Now people out there claim taijutsus, a punch, faster than the speed of light, Eric.
And that's where we get into trouble.
Because then I have to go, if your punch is faster than the speed of light,
and you hit something,
the whole planet should be destroyed via the mechanics of physics. But then Eric, people say to me this. No, because the characters absorb the damage, therefore the environment is not affected. But Eric, that's not how physics works. That's not how material science works.
Heat would be produced, mass would be produced.
Exactly. You don't understand. You can't in one aspect take science and then in other aspects delete science. You gotta take it all into account and do the common sense power scaling. There, last week, pure example. Sentomaru blocking Kizaru. Now, of course, observation haki is seeing the future. Therefore, light speed attacks can be indeed blocked / dodged.
Right.
But also, Kizaru announcing his appearance. Also, specifically going after Sentomaru as he said on the ship. There's context there.
And the relationship.
And there's a relationship there.
A sound mind would think that Kizaru isn't going for a kill shot immediately.
Yeah. A reasonable individual.
Right.
Alright? As is the law, Eric. The law in this country.
Unlike Rob Lucci.
Eric, the law in this country.
He's gone for a kill shot.
Let me tell you about the law in this country.
John.
It's very interesting.
On the balance of probabilities.
No, because it always says a reasonable person would do X.
Right.
Eric, what defines a reasonable? No one has defined a reasonable person.
Right.
But it's not a fuckwit. Alright? That's what the lawyers have decided.
Sure.
Not a stooge. If you're obviously being a stooge and lying...
We know you're being a stooge.
Everyone knows you're being a stooge. And you're going to jail.
That's up to the judge to decide if you're being a stooge or not.
So a reasonable individual.
Right.
A reasonable individual would say, that light speed attack right in Madara's mouth. Probably one, not light speed, because it's a lightning-based attack. Two, there's no other evidence that Naruto is faster than the speed of light. Three,
have you had this conversation with Soneto?
Eric, don't get me started. Yes, I have.
What did he say?
He's a complete clown about it.
What did he say? What did he say about the lightning-based chakra point?
I didn't bring that part up to him. Alright?
Okay, what other points did you bring up?
I'm just talking about the taijutsu being faster than light. That shit making no sense.
Alright, what did he say?
He said they just exorbitant.
Cat.
But then nothing could damage anyone. But you're throwing a fist at the speed of faster than the speed of light, Eric.
FTL.
Eric, if mass times acceleration, if a pebble traveling the speed of light hits the Earth, there's no more Earth, according to the calculations. Right? So we gotta relax here on these fucking calculations. They're very annoying, Eric. So please.
Can one only do FTL via teleportation in stories?
Yes, don't do actual FTL. It doesn't make sense. Unless you want to do some time travel
I
nonsense.
just want to blow up the planet.
I just want to blow up the planet. You want to blow up the universe. Alright? But there you go. There's one. What are you going to say about that?
It's just, listen. If we're in the community, if we're on the internet and doing this show in 2014 when Naruto was still around, I'd have all these points.
Okay.
I'd have all these points and these nuances and the next 6
It's not
years of
necessarily about
nonsense.
Naruto. It's about people cherry picking power scaling feats.
Right, but no, like you could theoretically cherry pick Luffy's faster than light if you wanted to.
That's what I mean.
But people go, oh no, the pacifist lasers aren't speed of
Actually,
light,
yeah.
even though they're based on Kizaru's attack.
Yeah.
So, pick and choose.
Yeah, I know. People also do the same shit with attack power.
The classic, say the programmer, guns in One Piece have 6 tons of TNT in them. Because bullets are faster than the speed of light.
Because Sanji got hit by a bullet.
All this nonsense.
Please stop.
We're the only men that can power scale appropriately, Christian. Much like how I said Shanks would one-shot Kid.
We're the only ones that can do it. Apparently.
And yet, Christian Owen doesn't know how to power scale. No, you don't.
Alright, moving on.
Done. What do we got this week? Some nonsense?
Sentomaru versus Cavendish. Well, obviously, Sentomaru, some sort of hockey master.
Have we ever...
Did we underestimate Sentomaru? One.
No. This man's a bum.
He's stronger than the pacifist, Eric.
Which one?
The ones, the post-time skip ones.
PX2?
Yeah.
Is it PX2? Sure, let's say PX2.
He's definitely stronger than those.
Not 3.
Not 3. You don't think you can beat a PX3?
Look at the bubbles!
The bubble's broken. But you don't think he can't beat one?
No.
You're gonna say he can't beat a PX3. The Navy has a lot of these.
I don't know Sentomaru's physical damage. Like, what's his damage
He's got
output?
Rio, Eric.
He's got an axe that he swings the things.
He's got Rio.
That he hit fucking what
Luffy
the fuck?
on the, yeah.
Black.
Yeah.
Dorian Black? Something like
The
that.
fake Luffy.
Right.
Eric.
He has Rio.
He has Rio.
Can use it offensively, though, because he's a defense man.
Apparently his defense is the strongest defense in the world.
Cap.
Eric, obviously it has some sort of observation haki. So he can deal with Hakuba.
True.
Right?
And as we saw...
Can block swords with the direct move. He's in water, he's just doing the...
Can he... Obviously, Hakuba is a flurry of attacks.
Sure.
Rob Lucci got him.
Hey, Rob Lucci awakened Zoan. Alright?
What's the speed on Hakuba? Quick.
Rob Lucci, if Robin can catch Hakuba.
I feel like this is an offensive output on Sentomaru that is the question. Because defensively, very strong. But offensive output is questionable.
Okay.
We don't really know what he's got.
You think Cavendish is that tanky?
I don't know. Has Sentomaru ever done any offensive move?
He's bonked people on the head.
Sure, alright.
He's got Rio.
He hasn't thrown a punch.
Will he get bleeding damage on Kizaru?
No.
Will he pull a Rayleigh feat and get bleeding damage?
He's gonna get packed up.
He's getting packed. There's no doubt about it, he's getting packed.
He's getting packed
But will he get some sort of Rayleigh feat with the little scratch, Eric?
No.
No.
By the way, can Oda just get Kizaru up to the top quickly? Give me a little flashback, a little fucking nonsense, and then teleport Kizaru up there. Okay?
Right. We have to go Sentomaru, Eric.
Just for hockey feats?
Hockey feats. For all we know, Kevin is gonna know hockey.
This is true. But again, I don't know. Let's just assume he's got offensive feats.
Alright.
I don't even know what kind of Hakuma's never really been taking damage.
No, but he is fast.
Let's just say Sentomaru.
Sentomaru.
Because he's, doing something to an animal.
Yeah. Moving on to questions, Eric.
Question corner. What do we got? A couple of questions from the people. I imagine some half some very bullshit.
Hafsa Berry becomes the Jojo fan. Becomes the hero on the Jojo show, Eric. Villain during the One Piece episode,
Right.
Eric. Hero during the
Claiming
Jojo
we dodged all
episodes.
these questions last week. Cap.
We answered all of them.
Right.
And we swatted them away with ease, Eric.
Because they're foolish.
Oh, foolish questions. Alright. From Hafsa Berry. Not sure how redhead Usagi looks to me. I pictured him more blonde hair. Me too. But Eric, of course, as I've said, Araki changes everything on a dime. From Dart, what's next week? Is it a spoiler review? No. Spoilers won't even be out.
Christian wants to do a drip off.
Rate the form, Eric.
Form rating.
Rate the form. I think it'd be fun. And
Will Workroom be included?
Eric.
Is that a form?
What? What form?
Gold Experience Requiem.
Why not? It's people submit the forms, alright? And we'll rate them. Harvest Berry has a few questions for us, Eric. 1. I thought it was going to be revealed that Usagi made a duplicate car with his stand, but him actually being the driver is even better, plus he needs someone to ask for it. Correct, right? 2. Love how Usagi's symbol is an upside down pair of woman's legs. Eric, this man.
Remind me how Usagi's stand works again.
You have to wish for something, and there has to be an item it can duplicate. The net, it's all that Usagi can see the net, therefore it can duplicate the net.
Okay.
Yeah. The security camera.
Why does someone else have to wish for it?
Eric, it's too suspicious.
That's all.
It's way too suspicious. He's obviously luring him into a place of security, and then he's gonna wish for a gun and shoot him.
Maybe he's just a boy.
Maybe, Eric. But we're gonna be suspicious of this man,
right,
all the way to the part's end.
Okay.
Alright. 3. The cats are 100% rock animals. How do you feel about the fight with them overall? It's okay. Early fight, this is how they go. We're learning the stands.
I would say
We're doing Iraqi nonsense.
bare minimum pass.
Okay. 4. Jojo using rainfall is great. I like how this confirms that his rain can only fall from below his stand. Gives a good limitation. It's too weak.
It's maybe too limited.
It's maybe too weak. I'm assuming we'll get upgrades, but it's too weak, alright? At the end of the chapter, it once again emphasizes that one of them is a traitor. Who do you think it is? My bet is Paco, and I hope it's not Dragona. Joestar being the traitor is going to be interesting.
There'll be ulterior motives.
I don't think there's going to be I think it's going to be the boss hired someone to take the shit off him. May hired someone to take the loot off him.
Yusuke's definitely May's man.
Yeah.
Make sure the diamond gets here, kind of shit.
Yeah.
Maybe make sure the lava fragment gets here.
Yeah.
So that's why he returned.
Narek, my question to you is the lava fragment the volcanic remains of Jesus Christ?
Could be.
That's just a theory. Alright? I don't know how the fuck they got to Hawaii and in a volcano, but maybe we'll find out.
Well,
in some flashback.
Did they say that the lava is specifically from a volcano?
Well, it's volcanic rock, Eric.
Maybe they did something to the corpse.
Maybe, Eric. But anyway.
But I feel like the corpse evolves you. The rock doesn't evolve you.
That's true.
But, yeah, look. There's some weird shit going on. I feel like the JoJo fans are too lenient on Araki sometimes. But they're in it for the mysteries, not necessarily for the fights. Even though Araki loves the fights.
Yeah, that's true. He loves the fights. He spams the fights. Alright? From Chris D. Year 5 chapters starting to feel the repercussions of the weekly anime catch up. It's catching up to it. Really wish Toei could take a month off so they could just focus in, give us 10 out of 10 until the end of the fight. We're gonna get one more banger episode for the end of this fight.
Right.
And we're gonna put no budget into the other ones, and we're gonna use recaps until we're ready.
They can skim on the party and whatever.
Yeah, fuck the party.
Such as what will happen after Wano? Will the industry scatter, Christian?
There's too many legendary moments. There's too many legendary moments.
I know, but the industry kind of came together for Wano, Christian.
They might stay. Toei's giving them free reign to do whatever they want. So they might stay, Eric. Also, finish Jojo Part 7, Eric. You bum. You put up a poll. Jojo won. Don't reread Naruto.
Not the whole thing, just the fourth war. Just to
don't reread. Don't do
cook
that.
people.
Don't do that, Eric.
I might.
Alright. The poll was meaningless. Your vote is meaningless. Does whatever he wants anyway. You're not gonna see the results.
The real answer is I'm not gonna read both.
There you go.
Someone just remind me on Twitter every day to read Part 7. And maybe I'll get around to it.
Alright. There you go. And that's the episode this week, Eric. A quick episode, a JoJo episode. Next week, rate the form, I guess.
Who will it be a bracket style event? Or will it just be out of 10s?
Out of 10s, Eric. We're gonna get some garbage forms. This could be hilarious. Alright. We're gonna get the Sasuke curse form.
Oh, so bad.
Why do people think it's good?
It's fine. It's not fun.
It's not fun.
The handwing sucks.
Eric, did you forget the black star on the face?
It's a bad form.
It's terrible. Kishimoto has very bad design taste.
Naruto is never bad, but also never reaches peak.
No. But anyway, we can talk about that next week, Eric.
Alright. Change the song, Shane's a good king.
Good night.
No, everyone hit the end.